I want to start off by saying that if this video convinced you of anything, I probably have zero respect for you as a person because you can't critically think. But because a lot of people can't critically think, I feel like I have to give out a message and go over the video and why a lot of these examples are extremely false. Alright, so let's do it. Snaps on the target after missing and perfectly replicates the enemy's movement and after the snap. And then he shows it. Don't know how to tell you, this is not sus in any way, shape, or form. It's just a normal track. Notice how he's able to track every detail of the movement. Target falls but moves up a little and then falls down completely. Notice how he reacts to every detail of the character model moving. It's taking a while. Up, down, up, down, up, down, horizontal. It might be because my character is moving. It might be because I'm dropping down. Pretty much at the same time he is dropping down. So if I just stay stationary and control the recoil, it's going to mimic his movement because we are both dropping at basically the same time. So, sweet. Well, I said that the enemy didn't just fall down, up and down while the person was going down. Convolkjt didn't match every single detail. Maybe because I was falling with him. Tracks guy's head while the enemy is down. Please understand, first all this is going in real time. I hit this guy, then I slightly track to the left on this guy, and then I flick down. He's taking me flicking down and also hitting shots on this guy's head as me tracking that guy's head, which isn't the case. I'm just flicking down and got pretty lucky with my shots because I'm flicking down from someone and they happen to go down with it, so I'm going to be hitting some shots while I'm flicking down because I'm going down and he's going down. Trace the guy's head while the enemy is down again. Please understand how fast all this is going in real time.
Yeah, that's a clip. That's a clip. That's a clip.
Oh, by the way, here's a point. He always cuts out my hand cam. There you go. Because this is what a lot of these people do. They just falsify information, basically. And stop me from giving evidence. If you watch the clip, you'll see my hand cam matches every single movement perfectly. But he's going to cut that out because he's a cunt, basically.
Right. So
I snap onto someone so sus. Okay. I flick to someone's head, but that's hella sus. I'm so curious, if I have this aimbot and stuff, right? Why am I missing all these shots that are directly on the person? Like there's, we can slow this shot down because he's gonna speed it up. That was directly on his head, but didn't hit. Well, if I have the aimbot that he thinks I have, wouldn't that correct? I don't know. Also, alright. This clip is so beyond not sus. I'm not reacting to his movement that much. I'm just jiggling back. Oh, you can't see my hand. I'm just jiggling back and forth. And he's jiggling too and moving a bit. Like, none of this is sus. Like, none of it. Again, this isn't sus. Like, it's just normal fucking tracking. Like, it's not sus. Like what? All right. Is Vera playing Plastic Trophy in the Invincible, getting world record. Alright, so this is exceptionally bad points on this video. Using this scenario compared to in-game is so laughably stupid. So yeah, your tracking is going to be a lot different in these scenarios where the player is moving like the pill is moving exceptionally differently and you can't really predict it. The same reason that people complain about my video here is the same reason that my aim is better in game than in that scenario that we're showing, because you can predict this player's this pill's movement, so my tracking is going to be a lot better. The same way you can predict people's movement in Call of Duty, it's a lot easier to predict it. You can watch any single pro Apex player for instance, and they'll talk to you about how their tracking is so good isn't necessarily because they're reacting to the players, it's because they're predicting where the player will move next. Diego Source goes over this a million times. The same way that you can do that in COD or in any FPS. And plus, to my knowledge, this pill is moving a lot faster than what you would be experiencing in-game. So it's a lot different to track this thing that is moving in exceptionally weird ways compared to how a player will move, which is pretty predictable. We don't need to watch the rest of this. Alright, so he thinks this is suspicious. I'm falling down, recall just controlling it, tracking. I don't, like, you can even see the recorrection, that it takes, like, my mind a bit to readjust, because he's jumping up, I'm shooting his leg, and I'm just sitting there on his leg for a bit, and then I move upwards and I track upwards. That is even goes against his point with the Florence video, because you see Florence readjusting to movement that he couldn't predict. I couldn't predict this player jumping, so you see me see my bullets hit his chest and then hit his leg and then move back up to his chest, because I didn't expect him to jump. Like, I couldn't predict that.
So much for the really quick animation. It goes a lot way. It goes a lot way.
This is probably the dumbest. I think this is the dumbest clip. Looks normal. Never mind. All right, so me shooting at his legs and then my crosshair bouncing up to his head from me landing and then getting the velocity of bouncing back up. So my crosshair is going to be here and then here. That's suspicious to you? Like, what? And I slightly track his head while he's going down. So sus. Legitimately look at the people that you're in the Discord with and over. If you go to watch a Nudie stream, if you watch fucking maybe TGD stream, I don't really watch TGD, I don't really watch Nudie to be fair. But if you watch all of these players, if you watch a lot of PC players that are decent at aiming and decent at Warzone, you'll know that it's really easy to track a downed enemy. It's so easy. Also, the music is garbage. Alright, and this is also another really bad clip. So, I'm not tracking that person to the right. I get flinched and moved to the right. I don't know how you didn't pick this up. I don't know if you play Call of Duty, but I get pushed to the right by a shot. Why is there so much? Alright, let's skip past. Alright, this is a lot different scenario than before. This guy's moving a lot faster. Alright. I'm shooting this guy, he's standing still. And then he moves and I track him. Butter up. And then He thinks this is suspicious when it's normal as fuck. By the way, what bone am I locking onto? Like, I'm so curious. Because you see me track someone's leg, someone's head, someone's elbow. This person, by the way, has brought up that he thinks that I aimbot because I tracked a person's elbow really well. Like, there's I don't know a single cheat that, like, locks onto the elbow. But, all these things, it's like, none of this is suspicious. A lot different, like, Nate Gibson's a good aimer, but, like, this is also a different scenario as well. Like, the person that I'm running is in a very predictable diagonal line, where this person was, like, stopped then moved. I'm actually just popping the fuck off, man. So,
Yeah.
solos, not necessarily. Get on! You're so fucking bad! Even for cook! Love my egotisticalness. Reaction time. My reaction time isn't actually that fast because a lot of my tracking is prediction. The following scenario is really bad. Laughably bad to compare. Precision. Convolkjt is hitting both body and heads too often. I also, in this video that you even showed, I'm hitting legs, so what am I logging onto? Being able to flick on a head is one thing, but doing so consistently and also tracking tiny heads while reacting instantly is not possible. It is possible, but not only does he react instantly, he somehow manages to match the speed of the enemy perfectly on that tiny head, and does so consistently. It's almost like these players move at predictable speeds that you can learn. It's almost like I've been playing this game for a fucking long time and I actually understand how fast players move. Bit weird. I know, it's so weird, man. How to spot a cheater in the future. Slow down the person in question. Ask the following questions. Is this accuracy possible? Compare person in question to other skill players. In this case, CG, Nate Gibson, Nexus, MP Control, etc. Look for headshots and overall accuracy all around the body. A replay gets off target quite often. A long range for it's even close range. I do too. Is the person in question reactive like a normal human? Again, compare the person in question to skilled players. If an enemy changes direction, there is always some delay between getting back on target, as shown with Florence and Nate Gibson's video. It's almost like you didn't necessarily show any people that didn't move in predictable ways, and when you did, it actually kind of hurt your point. When the person jumped, I didn't actually track that person's at all. If you think that I'm going to lock onto their body or head or something, wouldn't you expect my aim to track alongside that guy's head instead of staying in the same spot and him jumping and me just like shooting his body and then down to his leg and then moving up? It's almost like I had to react to that because I couldn't predict his movement. Alright, and that's the end of it. I am genuinely shocked that people found this video convincing whatsoever. It is so incredibly poorly made with the points that it's making, and there are so many false equivalencies that I'm so shocked that people found this convincing. I'm not surprised that Illumi, who was so brain dead, found it very convincing. I'm not surprised that a lot of Team Xy people found it convincing. I'm not surprised that just people that are friends with Team Xy and all of that found it convincing. But because like they all hate me for no reason, have hate bonus. But there's like actually some people that found it suspicious and found it convincing when the examples and the video is incredibly poorly made and none of the points really match up. If you just scrutinize it from the tiniest bit, like if you give it any level of scrutiny, it just falls apart. And I don't know how people aren't able to critically think in the slightest. Sorry if this video is a bit more negative than my usual videos, but I am genuinely shocked and amazed at like the stupidity of people. Yeah. Thanks for watching.